guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. So as you guys know, hasn't been too busy lately, you know. Hardly any deals out there. Nobody throwing away mowers, you know. Been really dry. I don't have anything else left to fix except some loose ends here and there, you know. But I was checking out the Facebook Marketplace the other day, and I saw this lady was giving away, not giving away, she was selling this Craftsman 15 horsepower lawn tractor. Hasn't been used in a couple of years. It was just parked in her front yard, you know. So it's been sitting there for 2 years, and she only listed it for 25 bucks. So I jumped on it and I said, hey, you know, I'll come pick it up tomorrow morning if you want. And so she goes, okay. So I'm not really sure if she's giving it to me for free. We never really talked about money or anything, but look, 25 bucks, I'm not going to argue. If the engine works, you know, I need engines, you know. See how good the condition of this tractor is, whether or not I'll fix this tractor, or hopefully the engine works and I'll use the engine for the DYT 4000, you know. But then again, I don't even know if this engine has the right height or diameter of the crankshaft, whether or not it would fit the electronic PTO, you know, whether or not it would suit the DYT configuration anyway, you know. Well, we'll see. 25 bucks, no big deal. It's in Selden, Long Island, about 40 minutes away from my house, no big deal. So, I'm gonna go check it out, and this is what the ad looks like. Here I am in the yard. Back wheel is frozen and won't turn, so I've been dragging this mamma jamma through dog poo, which I stepped in a few times. It's all over the wheels. Dog poo. Anyway, they said that it was parked 3 years ago. Just a few more feet to go and I could winch it up. Honestly, guys, that sucked. By myself, rear wheels were locked, tires were flat, you know, dog poo on the ground. I mean, like, terrible conditions, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it could have been worse, but definitely wasn't fun. I'm spent, man. But as soon as I was ready to leave, the lady goes, so where are we price-wise? And I says, oh, I thought you were giving it to me. She's like, no, I gotta get something for it. And I says, well, how about 20 bucks? She's like, that's fine. So that's cool, you know, 20 bucks. As far as the information is here, the engine should still work. So if I pay 20 bucks for an engine, it's definitely worth it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna find my way home and see what we got. Goes around, comes all the way back around. What goes around, goes around. So, Today, Chinese New Year. Year of the pig. Chinese tradition say, cannot take shower whole day. Otherwise, you wash away luck. I cannot get dirty today. Anyway, today's the only day that I could make fun of my own ethnicity, okay? Nobody else can. Anyway, so I'm home now, and I've got dog poo on my pants, man. And I know I got dog poo on that tire over there, you know what I'm saying? So while it's still wintertime over here in Long Island, my pipes have been winterized, meaning I blew it out and I shut it off for the winter, you know what I mean? So they don't freeze, so I can't rinse it. So I'm going to get a fire extinguisher and shoot water on the tires so it doesn't stink up my garage, you know what I mean? So I'm going to set this up on a tripod, and you can watch me try to get that damn thing out of there, you know? Yep, that was a pain when the rear wheels are all locked up like that and I couldn't disengage it no matter what I tried. I also pumped up the tires, as you saw. You know what, man, 20 bucks. All four tires hold air. Pretty good tread too, so that's definitely worth it right there, you know what I mean? But I'm going to try to see if we can get that engine running, you know? So I had to brush off some of the dog poo off my feet. You can't have dog poo everywhere, you know. Anyway, it sort of looks a little better. Like I said, the rear wheels, they look like they're holding air. This left front tire as well. I don't know about this one so much. This one's probably no good. It's losing some air. Anyway, so I just tried turning the flywheel with my hands. It's seized. Guy left the spark plug socket in the spark plug. I'm gonna take it out and see what we find. Wow, spark plug looks better than what you think it would look like, you know? Pretty good. Check out that Earl. Not bad at all. It's full too. So when I just went and checked this, PTO is engaged. Now that I try to disengage it, it won't disengage. Something's trapped under there. I think I'm going to have to take the deck off for sure, you know. Otherwise, even if I got this thing started, I don't want the belts to rub and prevent anything from, you know, I want that crankshaft relatively loose before I try to start that engine. As you can see here, this was left outside, therefore, what do you think? Mouse nest, completely packed in there. Check out the nuts. Gonna have to take this cover off and get rid of it. Checking the old battery. Dead. Gonna charge it up. Let this baby charge a little bit. Throttle moves freely, which is very good. I'm going to take that cowling off and that air cleaner and check out the carburetor. Pre-screen is shot. This filter actually doesn't look as bad as you would think it would look for it sitting out for 3-4 years, you know. Careful not to get any debris inside the carburetor. Looks clean. That's definitely a rat's nest in there. Gonna have to clear that. Check out the old gas tank. Well, at least I don't have to drain the fuel, right? It's completely Dunsky. I'm gonna take the gas tank off and get that powdery stuff out of there. Let's remove this cowling though. Lefty. Get the back ones off, I'll have to use a wrench. Wonder what that is. Never seen that before. Just a button. It's not the PTO. It's just a label. It says PTO, non-PTO. But what's this button? Seize too. Won't push. Nothing. Any of you guys know what that is? Let me know. Better remove these silly things. Okay, I believe it's loose now. Oh, I see. Got to remove that grasp thing. Here we go. Let's check this out. Oh no. Crazy dude. Holy moly. Holy jeez. Christ. Is that crazy, boys? Yeesh. I never get to see a mouse. I wish I could get one. That's not true, actually. I've had one mouse before. Usually the mice like to bite on the wires. Looks like this one's okay. Can't get this stuff out because it's really jammed into those fins there. I gotta blow this out with like a... I gotta blow this out with my blower. Problem is that soil is kind of wet. I don't even know if it'll blow out. Gonna give it a try. As expected, I blew it all out, but it's still jammed in there. Gonna have to use a screwdriver and just like painstakingly get this crap out. So I had to go take my phone in to charge. It was dying. I jacked it up only because I wanted to take the deck off to figure out what was holding that PTO shaft up and down. You know, it was stuck. So now that I took the 8 cotter pins off, finally snapped back into shape. Just to show you, 8 cotter pins to take the deck off. This is the cowling for the engine cover. It's a 15.5 horsepower overhead valve Briggs & Stratton engine. Turbo cool. I believe this engine was manufactured in '95. It's a model 28N707, very common. I managed to use a screwdriver and dig out some of that stuff. Today's a nice warm day, about 52 degrees. So I'm letting the sun soak on that a little bit just to make it dry a little bit, and I'm going to blow the rest of that stuff out. So it's a 42-inch deck. Battery's been charging for quite a while. This tractor is a 96. If you look at the serial number, it says 041896. So the engine was a 95, the tractor's a 96. This is kind of cool because I actually have a bagger that the tractor doesn't have this. So I think the bagger might fit on that, which is definitely cool. So I jacked that up, and I'm just going to pull that deck out. But before I do that, I'm going to blow this crap out. Incidentally, while I took the gas tank off to clean it, I rinsed it with some old gasoline, so now it's just drying. It's pretty easy to take off. Check that out. Looks like it has two solenoids. One on the bottom there, one on the top here. Also, once I remove the deck, right? Check this out. Spins and compression. So that's good news. I feel compression. It's not locked up anymore. It was only because the belts was hung up on the pulley. So now I got this thing all disconnected. I'm going to pull the deck out. I'm going to try to figure out if we can start this thing and give it a couple of revolutions. So the deck is out. Alright. Usually if I poke down here, if it goes right through, it's trash. Surprised this is not trash because look at all the moist dirt that's on here, you know? Looks like the deck's okay. Look how much dirt is in there. This is going to require quite a lot of oiling up. Get the spindles moving again, you know? That's what happens when you leave your shit outside. Know what I mean? I'm going to put this somewhere where it's nice and sunny. Dry out all this stuff. It's all there though. Just seeing how all this stuff goes. This goes here, attached to that thing. This thing is attached to the PTO lever on the tractor. So this moves that way and that way. Won't move at all. Won't move. This pushes that down, which means this part, this pulley here, is the PTO. This is what gives tension to the belt, so that the blades will spin. So this thing is seized up. This triangular part right there where the big bolt is at, connected to this pulley, this has to be moved like that, and it doesn't. It's seized. starter seems to be seized. Doesn't move at all. Gotta get a starter. I'm trying to remove the starter, but when I turn this, the nut turns with this. So I don't even think this is connected to anything because it's free and loose, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably why it doesn't work, because whatever's connected to this is broken off. I can't get this nut off because I can't get a wrench thin enough to go in here to turn it the other direction and get that nut off. So I put some PB plaster in there. Either way, I gotta get a new starter. This one's shot, you know? Probably. Also, this doesn't turn. Wheels are seized here. The steering. So I just took off the nuts and washers as well as the plastic cover, which was on top like that. And I used some PB plaster, soak this area right there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and have it soak overnight. Maybe we can get this thing turning, because it doesn't turn. While I'm soaking that, I figured let me take this carburetor off and check it out. Screw there, 2 bolts there. Breather hose. Just disconnect it. There's the assembly for the air cleaner. That's good. That's great. I remember I had one of these things from my John Deere, and of course I gave it to who? I gave it to Pete Lombardi. So now I gotta go buy another one. You know what? These the copied ones are very cheap, so no worries. Look at this carb, man. Look how gummed up that is. It's all gummed up. Just remove these 2 studs here. Disconnected the fuel solenoid thing. I'm going to take this apart. Man, this has probably never been taken off before. It's on there. There we go. Some light tapping, and it'll get it off. I'm going to disconnect the choke linkage over here. Just slides right out, and then there's the Z-bend over here. Just let that hang here. So this is the throttle that goes over here. I'm sorry, it goes over here. Right? Can only go there. And the small little hole is for that little tiny one there. It's a tension spring. And then, as you can see, this one is very clean. So you know it's that hole for the choke. Hey, I might put this in the ultrasonic cleaner. Look how much gum is in there. I'm going to remove the bowl and see what it looks like. So you know that's not going to work. That's the fuel solenoid. Okay? It's all gummed up. I can't even, won't even push in. This definitely wouldn't have worked. Holy suffering! That's what Chris at One Pug Life says. Holy suffering, eh? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous! I don't know if ultrasonic cleaner would be able to clean this. It's just terrible. Might as well just go and buy a new carburetor, you know? I will try to get that screw out there, and if I can get all the screws out, maybe I will just throw it in the ultrasonic just to see, you know? So actually, it's not too bad. I thought it would be all like, but it's actually gooey, you know? It's not rusted hard. I can probably clean that, actually. It's a miracle I got that pin out to take the float bowl off. Look at the condition of that needle. That's trashed. There's so much varnish in there. I know I'll strip that bolt if I try to get that jet out. I know it. I'm going to soak it with some PB Blaster and then throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner. Look at those holes. Plugged up black. I'm going to take those screws out there. So I couldn't get that one out. There's a little tiny one there. Just heating up the old ultrasonic. I'm just gonna dump this whole damn thing in there. I'm just gonna dump all that stuff in there. Hell with it. So it's got to heat up for a little while, and then I'll start cleaning it. Let it sit for a while. Check this out, fellas. That's right, just a little bit of soaking. The PB Blaster, check this out. Yeah! So, Unseize the PTO, tension idler. So I still haven't been able to get that off of the starter. I'm going to have to get a new starter anyway. I had one of these starters, but I gave it to Frank, the UPS guy. I had a carburetor for this, but I gave it to Pete Lombardi. You know, I got to stop giving away these parts, man. Anyway, that's it for today, man. I've had enough. Of course, it's Chinese New Year. This hopefully will be prosperous, right? Got this for 20 bucks. It's a 15.5 horsepower Briggs on a 42-inch. Ooh. Hydro? I didn't know that. Now I do. Hopefully we'll be able to get this baby running someday. Stay tuned for the next episodes. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Thanks for watching, everybody. Follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. See you guys next time.